पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। एतेषां पंचतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य राजसांसात् त्वग इंद्रियं सम्भूतम्। The meaning is, एतेषां पंचतत्त्वानां, among these five elements, from the rajas aspect of space is formed the organ of speech. एतेषां पंचतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य राजस अंशात् त्वग इंद्रियं सम्भूतम्। The meaning is, एतेषां, among these five elements, from the rajas of aspect of space is formed the organ of speech. Vayo rajasansat panindriyam sambhutam, and same from the rajas aspect of ear is formed the hand. Vanhe rajasansat padindriyam sambhutam, from the rajas aspect of fire is formed the leg. Jalasya rajasansat bodhendriyam sambhutam, from the rajas aspect of the water the anus is found. Prithivya rajasansat bodhendriyam sambhutam, from the rajas aspect of the earth the genitals are formed. Here, the Vedanta terminology, technical words, so much used. Now we have understood what five great elements are. Five bhutas. Still, we have studied that five elements, and from them sattvic aspect, sense organs and inner instrument. The purpose is to accumulate knowledge, information from the outside world. So outer world information we have means five sense organs, and for their support inner instrument we call it mind. When we want to know something, we want support from our mind, intellect. That is why we say always be attentive. be attentive. It means you use your mind. We have to use our intellect to collect knowledge. And how to use your mind? It requires sattvic aspect, Sattva. And the previous talk we discussed about this matter. For knowledge, there should be sattvic guna. When we have sattvic guna, our mind is calm, quiet, ready to get knowledge, information. So mind is the most important part of this knowledge process. Sense organ plus mind. Now we are ready to collect information from the outer world. According to our images, according to our previous experience, then we take a decision what is good for us and what is not good for us. First, we collect information, knowledge, then we take a decision. What should we do? And after, when we have decided a goal, it may be goal for one day, it may be goal for 1 year, it may be for lifetime. First knowledge, then decision has been taken by us. This is our goal. But only knowledge, only information is not enough. For achieve your goal, you have to work. You have to take action. So knowledge plus action make things possible. It means we need sense organs and their supporter minds. Same, we require action for achievement. But how do we act? So we require more indriyas, more organs. So God had planned 5 organs. And for their support, we need 5 prana, life forces. As in knowledge process, mind plays very important role. Same way, in this process of action, we require organ of actions and prana, life forces. Every action requires a certain amount energy. A source of action. So energy is the source of action. That is why prana considered as a life force. Prana makes your action a quality. That is why in here the creation process so deeply, Shankaracharya explained it so deeply, one by one, one by one. Now, Rajasic aspect. Rajasic aspect, first Mahabhuta is space, sky. Etasmad atmanu akasa sambhutaha. From that, akasa came. And the element of the space has Rajas aspect. So from Rajas aspect of the Akasa space, X for action. First is speak, walk. The Rajasic aspect of the space is performed, is constituted the walk. Walk means speech. Speech. So tongue is two-way. Tongue works two-way. It uses its organs for taste, sweet, salt, bitter, and it comes in sense of organs of action also. It speaks. So speaking is an action. Tasting is not action. Tasting is an experience. It is a sweet. So it is a sweet, it is not action, it is experience. Speaking is a action. So tongue is two-way. In two-way, it can experience and it can speak also. So from the Rajas aspect of the space, it becomes hand. As we know, space means space. When we perceive a sound, we require space. So sounds travel from here to there. Speak. Then from the Rajas aspect of the ear, hand. It becomes hand. Hand's work is grasping. Grasping. But not only grasping. Grasping is stand for everything, whatever you do by your hands. Grasping means we have fingers. It can grasp things. But here not meaning only for grasping. Here grasping is stand for all things, whatever you can do from your hand. It is from ear. From the Rajas aspect of the ear is formed the hand, the organ of grasping. Then comes fire. From the Rajas aspect of the fire, from leg. Leg. Pad. In Sanskrit, pad. In Sanskrit, we see in a sequence, va, pani, pad. So pad is from fire. What is the purpose of the path? Lake, you know, very well. We walk, we run, we move from here to there. So locomotion for movement, and not only that, whatever work you can do by legs, it stands for all. Then comes water. From the Rajas aspect of the water is formed the anus, the organ of excretion. Excretion, wastage, whatever is in our body wastage. So for this purpose is organ, anus. It is from water. Then comes finally from the Rajas aspect of the earth, the genital are formed the organ of procreation. So now we have chart in your screen. You can understand easily. This is chart. So first is space. Now you see your chart in your screen. This is space. From the Rajas aspect, tongue, organ for speech. Then comes ear. From the Rajasic aspect of the ear, hand, organ of grasping things. Then we come to fire. From the Rajasic aspect of the fire, legs, organ of moving. Then comes water. From the Rajasic aspect of the water, anus, organ of excretion. Finally, here is earth. From the Rajasic aspect of the earth, genital organs of purpose is procreation. So this is the Rajasic creation. Rajasic creation. I repeat again, you see the chart, you can easily understand. Very good work. First is space. So space has three components: Sattvic, Rajas, and Tamas. And simultaneously, you can see your right side, there is a Sattvic aspect also. So in left space is cause for tongue, ear is a cause for hands, fire is cause for leg, water is anus, earth is genital. Through their Rajasic aspect. Okay. Now, we go ahead. So these are the 5 organs for action. But still is not things completed. Because for action, we need energy. We need energy required. Without energy, you cannot walk, you cannot grasp, we cannot do anything. So now go ahead. Etesham samasti rajasansat pancha prana sambhutah. Etesham samasti rajasansat pancha prana sambhuta. From the total Rajas aspect of all these 5 elements, the 5 vital layers are born. I repeat again, Etesam samasti rajas ansat pancha prana sambhutah. The meaning is, from the total rajas aspect of all these 5 elements, the 5 vital layers are born. Okay. So this is the 5 organ for action, but they are dead. They cannot work without energy. That is why the creation moves ahead. So 5 elements collectively, they produced 5 prana. Very important topic. Still, creation is subtle. So now, prana comes. Prana means energy, power, urja. So prana. As we understood that one inner instrument, according to condition, we divided it 4 parts, 4 aspects: mind, intellect, memory, and ego. Same, here is prana. So according to condition, prana becomes 5 aspects. So be careful, very important topic. Prana, apana, samana, vyana, and udan. So take one by one. What is prana and how does it work? What is prana? How does it work? First is prana. Prana vayu is upwards, flowing from chest to upper portion, and this prana governs the lungs and chest region. And whatever we eat, the prana forced to eat, to swallow inside. And this is associated with element air. Another aspect of the prana, respiratory system. Prana means respiratory system. Inhalation, exhalation. What it does, which alone has to observe the oxygen. By inhalation, exhalation, we observe the oxygen, and carbon dioxide, oxygen has to go out. Oxygen has to go in lungs. Blood has to observe and has to be circulated. So prana does all things. Then comes apana. Prana, apana. Then comes apana. Apana what does? Apana is downwarded. It is downwarded flowing vayu, which is locate The location is his navel to base. Navel to base. This is responsible for all excretory. Apana is responsible for reproductive function and governs the large intestine. I repeat again, very important part. It governs the large intestine, kidney, and genital system. It is associated with the element water. So this is apana. And now comes samana. In Sanskrit, we say that samunnayanat samanaha. Gita, 15th chapter, Lord Sri Krishna says, Achamyannam chaturvidham. I digest your all foods. How? I became as a prana. Prana means here samana. So samana what does? The sideway flowing vayu from the navel to diaphragm, its location is, and this is responsible for digestive system, metabolic function. It is responsible for digestive system and including the circulatory system, and it governs heart, liver, small intestine, stomach, pancreas. It is associated with the element of fire. It is a digestive system. What samana does? When we eat something, this converts our food, various eaten food in various nutritions, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals. So whatever we have eaten, food, samana's work is it converts our food in different various proteins like, and it circulated to the whole body. Then comes udana. Udana what does? Where udana stays in our body. Udana governs the area above the neck, and this is responsible for all sense organs. So be careful. Sense organs require energy, and mind plus energy. So udana, the udan vayu gives them energy also. It is responsible for all sense organs. It governs thought. Whatever thought it comes in our minds, the direct contact is with udana. And consciousness. Consciousness is your awakening. Because it is direct connected to the sense organs, so udana gives you consciousness, harmonious, and other activities. It is associated. Its work is joints, muscles, and maintain erect position. You can sit because of udana, and it is related to the element of space. Then comes Vyana. Vyana means what? Vyana means it pervades our all body, regulates and control all movements, and coordinate all other pranas. It is like a reserve force. It is associated with the earth and this is a brief in prana. But one thing I would like to tell you, in our Upanishads, there is a prana vidya. I want to introduce to you this is a prana vidya. The right way of to have a meal. It's called prana vidya. The right way to have a meal. When you saw that some people does that before food they do prana upasana, prana vidya. They take some food and prana swaha. It is not necessary to chant loudly. Prana swaha. It means we are doing a sacrifice, not just a food. It is not just a food for full of stomach. It is a upasana. So prana swaha. It means the pran which swallow the food and pran satisfied. Because pran gives energy to action of organ of action. But pran get energy from food, water. So when we eat prana swaha like this, our prana being satisfied. And prana being satisfied with eye, sun, heaven, all satisfied. This is the first. The next is Vyana Swaha. Vyan. This is another aspect of the Pancha Prana. Vyana retain the swallowed food in the stomach. Vyana what does? When we swallowed food in the stomach, Vyana retain in the stomach. And by that food, the Vyana being satisfied, and with Vyana, ear, moon, and dick directions are satisfied. Third one is Apana. Apana is Swaha. Apana, what does Apana passes wastage out of the body? The Apana being satisfied. When he does his work, he becomes happy. So Apana passes wastage of our body. Then Apana being satisfied. With Apana, speech, fire, earth, all become satisfied. Then comes Samana. Samanaya Swaha. Fourth. Samanaya Swaha. What Samana does? Samana digests. The digestion of the food is the role of the Samana. Samana's role is digestion of your food. And your food properly digested, then Samana being satisfied. And with Samana, mind, rain god, lightning are satisfied. Finally, becomes Udanaya Swaha. Udanaya Swaha. Udana what does? Udana plays the part of converting the food into flesh. Whatever food we had, and it has to convert. So Udana, it converts in flesh, minerals, so many various proteins, vitamins, and gives every part of the body. So when Udana is satisfied with Udana, skin, ear, space, all satisfied. So this is the prana. So this is the creation by gross, by subtle 5 elements. Now still we have what we have done. Still we have done. Now I brief. Still we have done 5 sense organs and inner instrument by sattvic aspect and organ of action plus 5 prana. These are Rajas aspect. So Rajas and Tamas aspect, they have done their work. Still, the creation is subtle, not visible. So you cannot see your indriyas, your sense organs. Whatever you see, this is not sense organs. This is just a golak house, their houses. They are their houses. Here still is the creation of subtle. It is not visible. Now, third aspect, very important part of the Vedanta philosophy, grossification. So, Panchikaran. It is a very important part. It's called Panchikaran. Grossification of the 5 elements. Still, creation is subtle. It is not visible. Now, the creation becomes grossified. In Vedanta, we call it Panchikaran. Here is written, you take your book, Etesam Pancha Mahabhutanam Tamasansa Sarupam Ekam Bhutam Dvidha Vibhajya Ekam Ardham Prathak Vivastham Paramam Ardham Taturdha Vibhajya Swa Ardham Annesu Ardhesu Swabhaga Chatushta Sanyojanam Karyam Tada Panchikaranam Bhavati. Very important part. And very important, but they have made a chart very good. You can easily understand. I read Sanskrit, I explain it. The meaning is, now comes tamas. We have done sattvic aspect. We have done rajas aspect. Now comes tamasic aspect. So because of tamasic aspect, Tesam Panchamahabhutanam Tamas Ansa Sarupam. The tamas aspect of each the 5 elements divide into 2 equal parts. So now you are seeing your screen, there is written space. This is not full space, this is 50% space. And 50% space is Dvidha Vibhajyam Ekam Ardham Prathak Vivastham Api Aparam Ardham Chaturdha Vibhajya. So these are space, and we divide into 2 parts. One is 50%, another part is 50%. So 50% is space. First I read Chaturdha Vibhajya. Another part of 50%, it should be divided into 4 parts. It means 12.5. 12.5, 12.5, 12.5. Vibhajya Swadharma Annesu Ardhesu. C. Yes, good. This is a chart. So now look. 50 in this space, in grossification, what happened? Because of tamoguna, space we have divided into 2 parts. So this is a 50% space. And another part, 12.5 is air, 12.5 is fire, 12.5 is water, 12.5 is earth. So now this is a complete space. In grossification, any elements not pure. It is a mist. But a proportion. So 50% there is space, 12.5 is air, 12.5 is fire, 12.5 is water, 12.5 is earth. So this is grossification of the space. Now next. Now comes air. Air. So now we divide into air 2 parts. 50% here. Thus this is air part. Then the 12.5% other 4 elements we mix with the air. So see in the screen. This is space. This is fire. And this is water. And this is earth. So in the air also we divide into 2 parts. 50% is air, 12.5% is space, 12.5% is fire, 12.5% is water, 12.5% is earth. So this is a grossified air. This is a grossified, panchikrit. In Sanskrit we call it panchikrit, grossified. So this is next one. These are fire. In sequence, space, air, then fire. So fire also be divided into 2 parts, 50%. So first 50% it is in fire. Then in fire we mix 12.5% space, 12.5% air, and 12.5% water, and 12.5% earth. So this is a complete fire. This is a grossified fire. This is a visible fire. Okay. So now next. Then comes water. We take water and we divide into 2 parts. 50% is with water and 50% other portion is not only water, it is 12.5% space and 12.5% air, 12.5% fire, and 12.5% is earth. So now these are grossified water. Okay, now final. Now we come in earth. So earth, we divide into 2 parts. So 50% the part is on earth and 12.5% there is space, 12.5% air, and 12.5% is fire, and 12.5% is water. So now this is a complete earth. This is the Panchikaran, grossification, 5 elements. This is the final chart. You can see on screen. Very good job. Very easy to understand. So this is the Panchikaran, grossification. This is a tamasic aspect. So before Panchikaran, there was only subtle elements. Subtle elements are not visible. But after Panchikaran, after grossification, these elements becomes visible. So I think now you can understand very easily. So now next mantra. एतेभ्यः पंचीकृत महाभूतेभ्यः स्थूल शरीरम भवति. So Tattva Bodha says next, from these 5 grossified elements, the gross body is formed. After Panchikaran, after grossification, then our gross body is formed. Because now they are grossified. So this is the creation sequence. Sthula shariram bhavati. Sthula shariram bhavati. Our gross body now come into existence. And then, so now, after Panchikaran, after Panchikrit, grossification, then comes trees, medicines, foods, annam ausadhaya in Upanishads are written, tata annam ausadhaya. So after Panchikaran, after the grossification of the 5 elements, then becomes trees, foods, plants, everything, sun, moon. Lastly, our body comes into existence. Because everything is for our body. God had perfect plan for creation. What we do, we invent those things when we require. When we require, we invent. When we feel hungry, we search for food. When we thirsty, we search for water. Because we are not so good planner. We work according to our desire, requirement. So medical science or science every day is doing discoveries, theories. But after some time they reject. This is not proper theory, this is not proper theory. Because they are not all knowing. They know something and they reject. But God is know everything. So He knows what to do. That is why He planned the creation. Maya, 5 elements, then sense organs, 5 prana, mind, action, organ for actions. So these are 24. You remember the topic was 24 Tattva Utpatti, the creation of 24 elements. So these are 24. 5 elements, 5 sense organs, 5 action of organ, 5 prana, and 4 inner instruments. So these are 25. एतेभ्यः पंचीकृत महाभूतेभ्यः स्थूल शरीरम भवति. So from these 5 grossified elements, gross body is formed. Now our gross body comes into existence. So these are all creation. This is all creation. And God has pre-planned everything. If you take birth, your food, God already prepared. So this is a creation. So Panchikaran, you have charts, read it properly, keep in mind. So today we stop here and Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyaptadehaya Dakshina Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.